Tantor with a recap of Georgia Tech's season opening win against Florida State 24-21. And Tantor called it last week on the Rec Show that the person with the ball at the end of the match would win it, and that we did. Great coaching. I can't say enough good things about what's going on with the program and how it was handled, how it was coached, game planned, game executed. It was excellent. It was absolutely excellent. And we got the result that we deserve. The better team won. And we did all of that, and I can honestly say that our quarterback, Haynes King, played well. Not great, but well. And we can do that to a top 10 team, a team that many people, FSU, was predicted to win the ACC. No, we'll have to change those predictions. We are not going to catch anybody by surprise the rest of this season. So there goes our surprise element of surprise, our secret weapon. I usually do likes and dislikes. When you have a big victory like this, I'm going to minimize the dislikes because there were some things that they need to focus on and batten down and fix. There are some things that need to be fixed. But I won't call anybody out. I think that there needs to be some still work done, but heck of a victory. So liked all that. You know, we start out with the DC, Tyler Santucci. I mean, I liked all of his constantly changing defensive looks that he was out there giving. It looked like nothing was the same. He didn't show the same look twice. I think that kept FSU guessing out there on offense, constantly being put pressure on the quarterback. Even though they only got one sack, they put pressure on DJ Ukulele the entire game, and that was huge. It was absolutely huge. I like that. We'll stay with the defense. Dang. Let's just keep with those linebackers. Eifert. Yeah, he deserves that C for the team captain on defense. He was. We're just gonna put USS in front of Eifert's name because he's a destroyer. He's a ship. He's a destroyer. Get him going downhill and just let him lay waste and destroy the other team. And that's what he does. And that's what he did. He led the team in tackles. He's making tackles behind the line of scrimmage. What a heck of a game. I like that second team linebacker. I think his name's Butler, number 15. When he was in there, he would find a hole, play his gap, hit it, and stuff the play in the backfield. I like when our defense is playing on the offensive side of the field. Love it. Love it. Play in their backfield. Just mess them up. And I said on Rec Talk last week, I really like the defensive backs. They made me look good on that one because these defensive backs played a heck of a game. They came up and run support, sure tackles for the most part. Even when the receivers caught the ball, they wasn't getting a lot run after the catch yardage. The safeties came up and made tackles. The entire defensive backfield looked really, really good, and they played really, really well. And then, special shout out Shelley. He had one punt return. Yeah, he got nailed. I can't believe he held on to that ball. Fantastic, because quite frankly, I thought the guy interfered with him. But he held on to the ball, didn't turn it over, and that alone saved us. That was a great play that he had there. The defensive line, really worried about the depth of the defensive line, but they came through. All of them played really, really well. Yeah, that first drive, there were some big holes out there, but they tightened it up after that and played an exceptional game. So, loved what I saw there, too. It was very, very good. And they got penetration. They got pressure on the quarterback. They were able to stop the run after the first drive. Looked excellent. Absolutely excellent. So, where last year in 2023, the Georgia Tech defense was probably the worst defense in the United States in the NCAA. We're not that anymore. And I'd already said if we could even have a mediocre defense, we would be a team to be reckoned with. It's better than mediocre. They played their butts off. And we'll go into what I liked on the offense. Even though I know Haynes King won the Player of the Game award, I think that should went to the offensive line. The offensive line was incredible. They handled the FSU defensive line. There were holes to run through the entire game. There was no pressure on the quarterback when we dropped back to pass. Pass pro was excellent. Run blocking was excellent. Those guys on the offensive line played their butts off, and they played incredibly well. I can't give any of them a negative grade on their performance. Fantastic play, and I think they should have been the players of the game. That offensive line, they controlled it. And if we can continue to do that, people better look out. I said, again, I go back to on Rec Talk, I thought our offensive line was going to be one of the better ones in the conference. I'm going to change that. Our offensive line is the best one in the conference because they just outperformed the FSU offensive line, who I would have said was the best one in the conference. No. It's Georgia Tech. So, like that offensive line, I like the running backs behind it because, Jamal Haynes, he just does things that Jamal Haynes does. And that's all I can say. He's a dude. Bottom line, Jamal Haynes is a dude. Keep giving him the ball. Feed him. He's a receiver out of the backfield. He's a great running back. Finds the holes. Hits the holes hard. Doesn't go down with the first contact. Hanged on to the ball. Didn't fumble. Didn't put it on the ground. He's just a dude. That's all I can say. And the kid they got backing him up that we saw play, number 27, oh, he's fantastic. He really hit it hard. Good change of pace. Ran through arm tackles. The first guy never brought him down. I love that. That was incredible. Oh, just incredible. So, I get to things that I hated. We're not going to call it individual players, but that extra point at the beginning for Florida State that they scored a 2-point conversion on was pure garbage. We've got to play smarter than that. We're Georgia Tech. We play smart football, and we have to play smarter than that. When we see a Mickey Mouse formation, we have to defend it. All right? Started the game with porous run defense, but since we have a real defensive coaching staff, they tightened it up and made adjustments. Wow, it works. Coaching can work. And they did fantastic after that. With our defensive backs, I thought they were great in man-to-man coverage. I would never put them in zone. We gave up some big 3rd and 4th down conversions to zone defense. Now, that last one that they Florida State scored a touchdown on was against man, but the previous conversions in 3rd and 4th down was against zone. Don't put our guys in zone. Stick to man. Shelley, Harvey on the outside. Brooks, Carpenter, and everybody on the inside. Stick them in man. They can cover people in man. I didn't see anybody run away from anybody, and I didn't see anybody push anybody off. Very physical. Great defensive backfield. I thought they would be good from what I saw in the spring game. They're even better than I thought. And now that we can get pressure on the quarterback, it's going to make them look even better than that. But they are not zone defenders. They are man defenders, and just turn these guys loose. Let them play. All right. The biggest thing that I hated about this game, and it really affected the game and almost cost us the game, was the stupid BS call by the officials at the end of half that the time ran out on Florida State. It was 0 on the clock, and the official came out on the field and said, Florida State took a timeout, so we're going to let them have one more play. What? What kind of crap is that? Time ran out. Time ran out while the play was in progress, okay? Half over. Florida State doesn't get to go out there and kick a field goal or get to attempt a field goal. Bad officiating. Florida State went out there and their kicker busted a 59-yarder, which was, wow. Give the kid all the credit in the world on wet grass. But still, should have never had that attempt. That's on officiating. Key should have went nuts and said, heck no. That 3 points was really big there at the end, even though our kicker came through and won the game for us. But that changed the whole complexion of the game. That 3 points could have been huge. And Florida State did not take a timeout before the clock ran out because the clock ran out during play. Bad call by the officials. Bad officiating. And hey, let's give credit. We're giving a lot of credit out here. Let's give credit to our kicker, Aiden Burr. Game on the line, 44-yarder. Never kicked a game-winning field goal before. Bam, he nails it. Automatic. It's math. True. Facts. 44, good, 3 points. Game over! That's what I say about that. Now, if I had to describe this game, it was tough. Our kids showed guts and determination and a lot of heart. That's it. They keep playing like this, big things will happen. This is not even the toughest team on our schedule, people. We still have Notre Dame. We still have that team in red from Athens. We have both of those, and they're both better than FSU. We still have some ways to go. We have some stuff to improve on. And we've got to fly back from Ireland and take on a Georgia State team Saturday night. And I'll see you there. Georgia State, 8 o'clock at the Flats. We have to win it. Bottom line, we're on a roll. We've got to stay on a roll. We've got to come with the intensity, and we've got to keep it up because this could be our season. Tantor out. We'll see you next week.